the games from the Olympiad. We'll start with the ladies games today, which is what I feel like. So let me start with the first game. Here Sushila Gurung on board 1 has white against Hanne Goosens of Belgium. Nepal is playing Belgium today, so it will be a very tough encounter for Nepal here. Sushila started with e4. That was her first move today. And Hanne Goosens replied with c5. Knight c3, knight c6. Sheila played knight c3 here. Knight c6 was Hanne's reply. Knight f3, g6. And then we had b3. Bishop to g7. Bishop b2. And d6. Bishop c4 was followed by e6. Rook b1, knight f6. We have knight f6, queen e2 castles. Queen e2 castles. Then we had white castles, black played d5. After white castles here, black pushed d5 and bishop to d3, rook over to e8, rook to e8, and then we have e5, knight to d7, knight a4, a6, c4, b6, and then we had a3, d4, bishop e4, bishop b7, followed by bishop takes c6, bishop takes c6, and the knight takes d4, c takes d4. Knight took on d4 here, c took on d4 here. That was a terrible move, giving up 2 pawns, I think. Not exactly giving up 1 pawn, giving up. So bishop takes d4 was followed by queen to h4, and then f4 was followed by queen back to e7. Knight takes on b6 there. Knight takes b6. Bishop takes b6. Queen takes a3. Let me give them my link here, I guess, my channel. I'll quickly give them the link here. What to watch next live video. What to watch. Next live video. Increase the volume now, doesn't matter. Where's my volume? Right. So what next? Let me give them the link here, if possible. Control V here. And then we have another one here. Let's put both of them here, right? I'm just sharing some links here if anyone wants to watch Here, what is this? This is not what I want here. Go to this scrap. Okay, here I go. So after queen takes a3, what happened was, after queen takes a3, queen e3, bishop f8. Queen e3, bishop f8, and then queen e3, bishop to f8 was followed by d4, queen b4, c5, bishop e7, d4, queen b4, c5, bishop b7, bishop e7, sorry, not bishop b7, but bishop e7, bishop b7 I can delete from here. White's 25th move was c5, bishop e7. What have I done? Wait a second. Bishop e7, c5, bishop e7, bishop c7, and queen b7. 25. What's happening here? Bishop c7 and queen b7. Bishop d6, and then bishop takes to g2. Okay, so that's the position. Rook f2 was played by Sushila in this position. So this is exactly the position we have on the board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Queen, 2 rooks, and 2 pieces. 2 rooks and 2 pieces. 1, 2, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the position we have on the board in the first game. And the rating difference is pretty high, 1414 for Sushila Gurung, 20-20 for Hannah Guzens. A victory would be an absolute shock here. 806 points rating difference. And I shouldn't put the engine on, but the engine shows that black is much better here. So there are some messages on Messenger which I don't want to be able to see here, because I'm not supposed to show anything other than this site. So in this position, I think black will eventually, black is much better here. So for white to win, black will have to do something very bad here. Alright, here we are. There are a few messages. Welcome everyone, he says. Now let's look at the second game now. The second game here today is between bishop e4 has already been played in the first game, so let's make that move as well. Bishop to e4. Okay, now let's move to the second game. That is between Sujana Lohani and Wipke Barber. Sujana is still 461 points the underdog in this game. E4 d6 is how the game started. Let's go to that game. White played e4, Sujana replied with d6. Then came d4, knight f6. d4, knight f6 was followed by knight c3, g6, f4, bishop g7. Knight c3, g6, f4, bishop g7. Knight f3 castles, bishop b2, knight d6. f3 castles, bishop d3, knight to a6, and then white also castled on move 7. c5, d5 is followed by rook b8 and a4. Black played rook b8, white played a4, and then knight b4 was played by black. Knight to b4 and bishop to c4. Bishop to c4. The bishop moves a second time on the 10th move. Bishop g4 for black. h3. Bishop takes f3. Rook takes f3. Knight d7 on 12th move. Knight d7. Move 13 we have g4, king h8. g4, king h8 was followed by king h1 and f5, king h1 f5, e takes f5, g takes f5, and then again g takes f5, black white plays g5. White then played the move g5 in this position, I guess. After that, on move 17, rook f2, knight b6. Wait a second. Queen e8, rook f2, knight b6, bishop b5, queen f7, and then rook d2 followed by a5. What happened here? Followed by the move a5, and then after rook b to a5 we have a5, we have rook a3, bishop takes c3, rook to a3, bishop takes on c3 by black, b takes c3, and then knight on 4 takes on d5, after which we have, what happened after that? Rook h2. Rook went to h2 here for white. So that is the position. Sujana may be the underdog according to the rating here against the Belgian, but she is still in the game. I think she is definitely not worse here. In this position, maybe white has a little more space, but what does space do? Maybe this is somewhat awkward looking, but and white does have a bishop pair. However, this bishop is kind of restricted here. The dark square bishop, the light square bishop doesn't have too much scope either. Let's see how this game progresses. The queens are still on the board and there's still a long game left to play. Hope Sujana can maintain her cool. In the clock at the moment, in the clock it is Sujana who is down on time. She's on 12 minutes while WebK Barbier is on 34 minutes, and there are still 18 more moves to make until the time control. After 40 moves they get an additional 30 minutes, both the players. So that's the situation in this game. Now let's go to the other game. First check if there's any new moves here. I don't think there's any new moves. So okay, Sujana just played the knight back, so this move has been played. And now we'll go to the third game. The third game today is between Mona Lisa Kambu and Astrid Barbier. Let's see how Mona Lisa opened the game today. Mona Lisa opened with d4 and her Belgian opponent, 1894 rated, played f5. Then we had c4, knight f6, c4, knight f6. After that, knight c3 and g6. Then we have knight f3, bishop g7, followed by bishop f4, and black castles there. White plays queen d2, black played d6 here, bishop h6 was played by white already, and then black played c6 in this position. c6, bishop takes g7, king takes g7. So the bishop wasted a lot of time and energy to go and exchange this pawn, exchange this bishop. So this is what happens here. Ninth move for white was e3. After that, e3, knight a6. Black played knight a6. Then white played bishop e2, bishop d7, castles. Bishop e2, bishop d7, white castles here. And then we have queen e8, bishop d3, e5. Queen e8, bishop d3, and e5. Mona Lisa then played d takes e5, d takes e5, followed by e4, f4, and then rook a to d1, and bishop goes to g4, bishop e2, knight c5, bishop e2, knight c5, queen c2, queen e7, queen e7, knight g5, rook f d8, knight g5, rook f to d8, bishop takes g4, knight takes g4, and then knight f3, knight f6, knight f3, knight f6, b4, knight a6, b4, knight a6, then we have a3, and we have a3. So that is it after 22 games. Okay, 7 pawns to both sides. Black maybe better, but white still is in the game here. I don't think anything can be said about this game yet. So this is okay. I'm streaming. Okay, next we have the 4th game today. The 4th, sorry, I don't want to show this too often. Is anyone watching me here? Is what I can see here, but I don't want to see this here either. Let's close this as well. Is anyone watching mine? Okay, we're going to do that soon, but first let's have a look at the next game. Kushpatapa against Annalise Cavalier. Okay, white played e4 there, and Kushba replied with c5. No, sorry, it's d5. d5 was played, not c5. Delete from here. What did Annalise play? E takes d5, knight f6, and then d4, knight takes d5, knight f3, g6, c4, knight b6 is followed by knight c3, Pani Hamna, c6, h3, bishop g7, and then what happened? Bishop e3 castles, white castles. In the 9th move we have bishop e2, knight at d7, bishop e2, knight 8 to d7, and then castles e5, white castles. Black played e5 on move 10, rook c1, rook e8, and then we have rook c1, rook e8 followed by d takes c5, knight takes c5, d takes e5, knight takes e5, queen takes d8, rook takes d8, followed by b3, bishop goes to e6, and then knight e4, f5, e4 was followed by f5 there, knight c5, bishop back to c8 here, and the rook c to d1, and then we had c to d1 was followed by rook to e8 here, giving white the open file. Bishop f3. Wait a second, what have I done here? On move 18 is it? Move 17, so I've missed something. Knight captures an e5 on move 13. Knight captures on e5. Bishop captures on e5, is it? Queen takes on d8, rook takes on d8, and then we have 15 b3 was followed by bishop to e6, and then we had the next move knight e4, f5, knight c5, bishop went back to c1, and then back to c8, and then rook on c went to d1, rook went back to e8 here. Delete these here. What happened here? Delete from here. So after rook e8, 19th move for white, bishop f3, bishop f6, f3, bishop f6, and then we had a4, a5. a4, a5, rook f1. King f7, rook e2, bishop e7. यस्तो वातावरण भएपछि कसरी बस्ने हो मा? Knight takes b7. छोरी त कराओस् न. b7, bishop takes b7, bishop takes b6 here. नानी रोएर बच्चाहरु भएपछि यस्तै हुन्छ. King f8 here. So in this position, 8 minutes on the clock for Khushbu Thapa, 31 minutes for Annalise Cavalier. So here we go. Down a pawn, and can she hold this position? We're probably playing for 2 results here, with very little chance for white to lose here. I think white is much better and should probably win this, but we'll see what happens. I haven't turned on the engine, so I don't know the engine score. So let's see if there's been any further moves in any of the games, and then we are going to go to the open section. We started with the ladies today, but I'd like to look at the open section as well. So in this game, after a3, what happened was knight c7, knight a4 has been played. Knight to c7 and knight to a4 have been played here. Mona Lisa has this position against Astrid Barbier. Okay, this is the position here. Now let's see if there's any move in the other game. Sujana Lahoni against Webke Barbier. c4 check, c4 check. Oh, looks like, okay, what about this one? Which move is it? 20, knight takes b5 in this game. 23, knight takes on b5, right? Is it? 23, bishop b2, knight takes b5, and then after c4 check, she went knight d4. So I think this is a blunder of a piece here, I think, isn't it? I don't know what it is. Looks like black has won a piece here, right? So Sujana might bring home the point today. She takes again. Hey, wait a second, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen because the queen is going to take this with fork. So this is taken. Either move the king, I think, is better rather than giving up a pawn, because this piece is also going to go anyway. So that's what's going to have a nice piece of tactics by the Belgian here. Have a look at this. She played this, and after this was played, went there and allowed this move. The king should move here, I think. Okay, maybe she's already played the move here. No, not yet. She's been thinking. Okay, let's go to the other game now. The game on board number 2. Any further moves in that game? Any further moves in that game? There have been many moves there. The 20th move for white was rook c1, was followed by a5. Then we had bishop takes e7, rook takes e7, and then rook a1, bishop went back to c6, rook to b2, and then we had rook to d7. Then h4 was played by white. So white is all over the place. Pawns have advanced too high, but and also down a piece already. I didn't notice when she was down a piece here. Already down a piece. When did she lose a piece? Okay. She lost a piece already. Okay, here we go. She gave up the piece for a long time ago. This is where she gave up the piece, right? In this position. I don't know why she gave up this piece. This was really not under attack. It could have been taken back. Bishop could have come down. The knight could have come here. I think. Might be some tactics that I missed here, but looks like okay, this is the position. So the current position is h4, and white is definitely worse here against the Belgian, 20-20 rated. So rook a to d8 was played there. Rook a to d8. So now from this position, I think bishop going back to a1 in Sujana's game. Let's have a look at, let's update those moves. Sujana played the king here and bishop went all the way back to a1. And in the other game, Mona Lisa's game, we've had a move or two there. In that game what happened was that after, what was the last move? Knight a4 is followed by knight to d7. Knight to d7, okay. Knight to, sorry, knight to 4 is followed by knight to d7. Just a second. Hello. घरमै छु छैन त्यही त यहाँ हेर्दै नेट चलाइरहेको छु चेस स्ट्रिम गरिरहेको छु युट्युबमा हेर्नु चेस स्ट्रिम गरिरहेको छु युट्युबमा हेर्नु घर आउनु न त ल ल हुन्छ त्यसो खै बस्छु होला एक कति बस्छु ठेगान छैन ल ए कता ल ल ल बाई Sorry, I had a phone call here, so let me continue now. This position, what happened? Where was I in this fourth game? Kushbu's game, king f8 was the last move. After king f8, rook d7 and bishop c8 has been played. Rook to d7 was followed by bishop to c8 here. So this is the position in this game. Wait a second, can this be taken? Can she take this here? Rook takes, we can always bring this up here, but not 100% sure about it. But the rook will also try to defend. We can take the rook. Just taken and we come here. It's going to be defended from this side. Okay. This is not going to work. Here. Nothing's going to work. We can actually just take this though. The check, it takes, and then even take this, king takes, and then this is a possibility. Maybe this is what, okay, sorry, white. This white is actually the Belgian, so she will have an extra pawn and this two extra pawns, and I think they should be winning. The current position in this game is bishop c is after bishop c8, 25 bishop c8. So polio So what happens now? This is all in this game. Any further moves in any of the other games here? Latest games are taking too long. I want to look at the open section games. So in this game what happened was rook d2, 24 rook d2 is the last move. 24 rook to d2. Okay, that's been played by Mona Lisa, who is playing white here. She's trying to take control over this file, I guess. What else do we have in this position? This knight is kind of offside, but how can it bring it into the game? I don't see. As well, so here we go. And in other games, what happens here? Rook g1 has been played in that game. Sujana's game. After bishop a1, what happened? After bishop a1, queen takes c4, and then rook to g2. Alright, so threatening to push this pawn, maybe 7 pawns to 5, 2 extra pawns, and I think he's the one who has any chance for Nepal today. But this is a very nice diagonal, and black still has some defending to do. The game is far from over. White has compensation for the 2 pawns. Definite compensation. Alright, so what to do now? Let's look at the first board now. Maybe some moves have already been played there. Very difficult keeping track of everything. So now I will not return to other games until I finish having a look at the male games. Queen b4, 33 is the last move. Rook d2 and queen b4, rook d2 and queen b4. So here we go. Now let's go to the open section. So it will take some time until I load the games. I haven't seen even one move. I haven't seen any move so far. So I think I should better open it in the Chess Bomb website. But I don't like to see the engine evaluations, so let me find the game in multi-board mode. Nepal today is playing against Bolivia. Nepal against Bolivia. Still 0-0 in that. Okay, let's start with the first game. Himal Lama is playing white against I am Jose D. Jemi. Himal started with e4 here, and Jemi played e5. After e4, e5, Himal played the surprising c4. How popular is c4 here? Which database am I opening? Masters database is what I want here. c4 is not very common. c4 has been played in Masters game only 22 times, So, but that was small choice against the IM today. Knight f6, knight c3. Knight f6, knight c3, and then bishop c5. Bishop to e2, knight to c6. e2, knight to c6, d3, d6. After that we have knight f3, a6, and then castles, bishop g4, white castle, bishop, white, black played bishop g4. Himal Lama played bishop e3 here. Bishop took on f3. I guess bishop took on f3 as well. Knight to d4 was the next move. After which Himal decided to play king h1. For some reason, king h1 was followed by c6, and then we have king h1 was followed by c6, g3, h5, g3, h5, bishop g5, knight went back to e6 there, queen to d2, and then we have to move b5, bishop g2, h4, g takes h4, queen b6, d takes h4, queen b6, and then we had a3, knight takes g5, was followed by queen takes g5, bishop takes f2, c5, queen takes c5. We had c5, queen takes c5, d4, queen takes d4, d4, queen takes d4, and then rook a to d1 here. So that's what happened in this game. It looks really decent. He has sacrificed a few pawns for some activity, but I'm not sure if I think white is doing okay here. I think if the bishop goes here, it's going to protect this, so I don't know too much about this position. So this is the position on the board at the moment. Rook a to d1 has been played by white. White has 5 minutes on the clock, black has 14 minutes on the clock. So we have let me have something. Okay, let's go to the second game now. I'll just have a look at the moves in the second game. Here we are. What's the game? Madan Krishna Kayastha back today after a rest yesterday. In this game, his opponent started with g3. g3 was played there. He replied with d5. Bishop g2, knight f6, c4, b takes on c4, queen a4 check, knight f to d7, queen takes c4 was followed by g6, then c4, g6, knight f3, bishop g7, and then both sides castled there. On move 8 we had d3, knight b6, queen h4, knight c6, d3, knight b6, queen h4, knight c6. After that we have knight c3, e5, a4 a5 e5 a4 a5. Krishna is playing black here. Okay, right. Queen d8, knight takes d8 in this position. Queen, knight takes on d8 here for some reason which is not apparent to me yet. Bishop e3 e4 followed by e4, and then d takes c4, knight c4, d takes e4, knight goes to c4, and d takes e4, knight to c4, bishop d4, knight takes b2, bishop to d4, knight takes on b2 here, knight d5, knight e6, then knight to d5 was followed by knight over to e6, knight d5, knight e6, number 17, knight is f6, number 17, knight f6, bishop takes f6, bishop takes f6, knight c4, rook f c1, and then we have knight b6, knight d4, followed by knight d4, c6, rook c to b1, knight to c4, knight to c6, f takes c6, f took on a6, and then e5 was followed by rook a6, e5, rook a6, move 23, e3, rook b6, e3 followed by rook b6. So that is the position. 6 pawns for both sides, but a passed pawn for black. Opposite colored bishops, bishop pair, and I think I like black's position here. I would prefer to be black here, I think. So after e3, rook b6, that is what we have in this game. 4 minutes on the clock for white, 13 minutes for black. So this is the game between CM and FM. We have another game between CM and FM, but that is in the 4th board. Here we have another CM versus FM. Encounter Nepal CM against FM from that country. So here we go. Let's go to the 3rd board. This is where we will see that game. The big thing is white here against Daniel Pinto. Before e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4, knight f6. 2 knights defense was played here. Knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4 was followed by knight f6. And then after d4, e takes d4, he played e5 here. And then e5 was followed by d5. Bishop b5 is then followed by knight e4. And then white played knight takes d4, bishop d7, knight takes d4, bishop went to d7, and then after bishop d7 what happens is bishop takes c6, b takes c6, bishop takes on c6, b takes c6 on move 8, castles, bishop e7, and then we have f3, knight c5, f3, knight c5, knight c3 castles, c3, black castles here, and we have bishop e3, knight e6, bishop e3, knight back to e6 on move 12, knight a4, f6 is followed by e takes f6, rook takes f6, Knight takes e6, rook takes e6. Where is it? Knight takes e6, rook takes e6. What move is it? Move 15. Oh wait a second, my battery is running low, so I need to make sure that it's charging, which it isn't. It's charging here, I don't know why. Don't understand what's wrong with this charger. Something is wrong with this charger now. How to charge the laptop, I don't know. Apparently it is charged, but here we go, it is charged now. So we have this position after white's 15th, after black's 15th move. White's 16th move is bishop f4. That replies with rook b8. Then what happened next? After rook b8, what happened on move 17? b3, queen f8. White played b3, queen went to f8. Bishop takes c7, rook e8, rook to e8, and then bishop g3, bishop f6. White plays bishop to g3, black plays bishop f6. We have c3, bishop e5, c3, bishop e5 here, and then bishop e5, rook to c5. Queen d4, queen d6, queen f4, queen g6. Then we have 24th move, knight c5, rook e2. Rook went to e2 here, queen g3, bishop f5. Queen takes g6, bishop takes g6. Then we had knight a4, king f7, and king f7. h4 next for white. So this is the position in which the game stands at the moment between the Big Thing and Daniel Pinto. The fourth board, which has been guarded by the man of the moment, CM Rajendra Razbandari for Nepal, is today being guarded by Rupesh Jaiswal. We are nearing the time controlling minute. So Rupesh played the French defense today, e4, e6, then after d4, d5, there was knight c3, bishop b4. After that we have knight e2, knight c6, a3, bishop a5, and then we have bishop e3, d takes e4. D takes e4 was followed by b4, bishop b6, and then knight takes e4 was followed by the move e5, d5, bishop takes e3, d5, bishop takes e3, d takes e4. What's this? Move 10. F takes e3, knight c e7, knight c to e7, And then we have knight on 2 to c3. For white, black plays knight f5. And then on the 12th move, bishop b5 check, bishop d7. Bishop d7. Castles, knight g6. Then we have queen h5 and castles. 15th move is bishop takes d7, queen takes on d7, rook a to e1, king to h1, king to h8. Then we have knight c5, queen c8, knight to c5, queen to c8 here. Then we have g4, knight d6, g4, knight to d6, followed by, what else do we have, h3, b6. And then black plays knight 5, e4, f5, knight g5, queen over to e8, queen takes e8, rook on f takes on e8. And then we have g f5, knight takes h, g takes f5, knight h takes f5, and then knight e6, rook a to c8, knight e6, rook goes from a to c8. What next? b5, king g8, b5, king to g8. Then we have a4, knight e7, knight e7, e4, knight g6, knight f8, e4, knight g6, knight a2, knight f8. Here's knight f8. Nice maneuver by black here. What happened now? 29th move, knight g5, h6. And then we have knight f3, knight d7. Knight b4, knight c5. Knight c5. Knight c6, knight c4. Knight c4. Knight c6, knight c4. Knight h4, knight d2. 4, knight d2. Rook f5, knight d takes c4. Rook f5, knight on d takes c4. Knight g6, king h7. Knight g6 followed by king h7. Not knight g3, I guess, sorry. Knight g3, you know. What am I doing? I don't know. Knight g. Where is knight g6? I think I'm doing some wrong moves here. Wait a second. 33, knight d2. The question after 33, knight d2 here. Is this the correct position? This is the correct position, isn't it? Right? Indeed. So 24, knight f5 is the wrong move here. 24 was rook f5, not knight f5. Okay. 24 rook f5 was followed by knight d takes e4 now, and then knight g6 was played, king h7 was played, knight g to e7 was played there, knight g to e7, rook to a8, and then what do we have? Rook takes e5 and knight d6. Rook takes e5, what is it? Followed by knight to d6. 5 to pawns to 4, a pawn down white, but equal number of pawns, but material is not all we have. Knight d6 in this position, 3 moves before the time control. 18 minutes for rotation, only 1 minute and 12 seconds left for black here, for white here. White just plays knight f5. In this position, knight f5 was played. Okay, so this is the position where again we might see a win for Nepal, or it could also be a draw here. Let's see how this game proceeds. So I'll be back very soon, but for now I think I should say bye bye. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with the second session very soon. Where is my okay? So let's look at the positions. Let's review the positions once again. This is board number 4, and Rupesh is thinking in this position. There are 2 moves until the time control. Rupesh needs to make 3 moves, and Paolo Rosso needs to make 2 more moves. Okay. The game before this between Bibek Singh and 20 rook a f1. After h4 there was king f6 played by Pinto, and then rook f2 was played by Bibek Singh. Bishop d3 was played by Pinto. Rook a to f1 was played by Bibek Singh here. And then after his move, he took here as well. After yesterday's disaster where Bibek Singh lost in a rook ending, I hope he can come back here. 5, his upper pawn against Daniel Pinto, but there are pawns on both sides of the board. Black has a bishop instead of a knight. However, I think this is anybody's game. The king has centralized and is ready for the ending, but since he's a stronger player, high rated player, Bibek has every chance of winning this game. Let's go to the second board now and see what's happening there. And after 30, bishop d8. So after rook b6 on move 24, we've had a few moves: rook d1, rook b2, rook d1, rook b2, and then we have bishop f1, knight d2, knight to d2, rook a3 was followed by knight to e4 here, bishop e7 was followed by rook e8, and perhaps rook d4 was then followed by knight takes on f2, bishop to d8, and c5. Followed by c5. So this is the position: 2 rooks and 2 pieces, 2 rooks and 2 pieces. Rook d6 has already been played by white. He's down on time, I think, with 53 seconds left for a few moves. Knight went to e4 for black here. So that's it in this game. Now let's have a look at what's happening in the other game between Himal and the IM from Bolivia. After knight e4 on move 31, this game, what's happening here? Knight e4 move 31. I think we made a big mistake here. 31 rook d6. No, sorry. Move 31. What's happening in this next game? Knight e4 is just enough. Here we go. No. What's happening here? So after what happens in this game now, our last position was 20 rook a1. So many moves have been played here. Okay, no, not going to accept those challenges here. Rook a1. I think I should just block that guy who's sending me a challenge here. Definitely not going to play. Half plus 0 is just 960. Definitely not going to play now. What a stupid challenge that one is. Okay, here we go. Rook a to d1. Many moves have been played very quickly. Bishop takes h4 was played by black here in this position, which I did think about as I showed with the arrows. Queen took on g7 for white there, and then after queen takes this one, rook to h7 was played here, and then rook takes d4 for white. Rook takes d4 on move 22. Rook takes d4, e takes d4. Queen takes h7. Wow, very well. Queen takes h7. Knight takes h7. Knight e2, d3. Knight f4, d2, rook d1, bishop g5, knight h3, bishop e3, bishop f3, king e7, king g2, knight f6, king g2, knight f6, knight after rook g8, rook g8 is a check, king f1 I think, rook g8 check is followed by, what happened here, king f1, rook h8, what next, h3, king e6, and then we have king e2, bishop takes f2. What's wrong with this? King e2, bishop takes f2, rook, king takes f2, f2, king takes f2, rook takes h3, rook takes d2, h3, rook takes on d2, king g2, but no, not rook d2, okay, king g2 here, not rook d2. And after the rook goes all the way back to h8, king d2, king e5, rook takes d2, king e5, rook e2, and then rook h4, and we reach this position. They are approaching the time control here. King g3, rook f4, rook f4 here, and we have reached a position like this. Through 2 extra pawns for the IM, and I think the IM should win this rather easily. This attack, this position is also possible. This is also pretty much under attack. This is not exactly possible, but we'll soon see what happens. These extra pawns I think should win. But let's see what happens. Okay, rook c2 has been played by the man under time pressure. He has only 33 seconds for one more move. c5 has also been played. So that's it in this game. Any further moves in the modern Christian cast game there? Have a look at that game now. Last time when I was there, it was knight e4 had just been played on move 31. His opponent was in time pressure. and has made a few quick moves. Rook d1 was played by white, and then knight d2 followed by rook takes d2, rook takes d2, exchange sacrifice. Is it? Bishop took on a5, rook to b2 here, and then rook a1 followed by b6, bishop e1, bishop b7, g4, bishop e4, g4, bishop e4, and bishop h4. So we have 5 pawns for both sides, 2 rooks and a piece of rook and 2 pieces. So Madan Krishna Rasta has won an exchange. Black's pawn structure is not really worth writing home about, and I think Madan Krishna has every chance of converting this position into a victory here in this game. He definitely can't lose this game, I think. I don't think white has any threat here. Okay, a few more moves have been played after bishop h4, rook a8 was played, attacking this pawn. Maybe this will come next, even though this is a possible defender as well, but probably not defending because of this and this. So here we go. 30. Still needs to play very quickly now. No time for the next 2 moves here, if the time given here is correct. They're not 100% correct, the times given. Now big things game now. Let's go and see what's happening there. After move 31, that was rook takes f2. It was rook takes f2 now, and then it was rook e1 check. Black played rook e1 check. King has to go to h2, I think. That's what he did. Rook king to e5, followed by rook d2, bishop to g6, and king g3, h5, king g3, h5 is followed by king after rook h1, after which we have g3, rook h2 check, king e3, rook to h3, rook g2, rook h1, rook h1, and then rook e2. So decent position by Bibik Singh here as well. Extra pawn and doing pretty well. Very difficult for Bibik to lose this game, I think. But this game could, black can also hope to hold from this position. But white is definitely slightly better here, according as far as I'm concerned. And rook f1 was last played. And 29 rook f1 has also been played after rook e2 by black, and the last move that Bibik should find before the time control. What is it going to be? Okay, let's go to the next game now. Next game is between Rupesh Cheswal, who is playing black, against Paolo Rosso. 38 rook f5 is where we left it. So they have made the time control. Rook takes e5, rook takes e5. Was played by black there, and in reply white played rook takes e5. Knight takes a4 was played by black. Knight takes d6 was played by white. C takes d6 probably by black. And we reach this position. Both players have made the time control, and now white is thinking again, because he has some extra time to assess his position. Down a pawn, and the position is also pretty bad. However, Maybe he can play this move here, attacking this pawn, but I'm not sure. This probably attacking these two pawns, maybe. I think white will do well here. So that's about this game. So for now, time control has been reached in this game. Let's look at the other games. Board number 3 once more, where we have rook d2 was the big thing in this game. Move 40, rook to d2, the big thing here. And then because he found no discover check. In the other board now, let's look at Madan Krishna Kayastha. What is Madan Krishna Kayastha doing there? Madan Krishna Kayastha, what is it doing? Rook a8, bishop e7 for white, rook b1 for black, rook a3 and then rook a7. So it looks like I have lost connection again. Rook a3 for white. Wait a second, it's a check here. I don't know why you didn't see check. I have a wrong position here, okay? Somehow I have a wrong position here because okay, g4, 37 g4, let's look at this position. 37 g4 was correct, right? Bishop e4. Then we have bishop h4, isn't it? Rook a8, right? Rook a8, bishop e7. Not bishop e2, but bishop e7, okay? That's what we had. Not bishop e2. After bishop e7, what happened was rook b1, rook a3, and rook a7. So here we go. Madan Krishna Kayastha. So this we can delete from here. Rook a7 has been played in this position. I'll be right back here. How to put the be right back? Let me just create a scene. Be right back. And this one we can just select it, add a text box, be right back. Actually just put this here towards the center. That's it. So be right back. You can watch the games here. Here we go then. So I'm back, I think. So let's see what's happening in the games of Nepal here. The girls must have made a few moves as well. So this is the Chess Olympiad in Batumi, Georgia. This is the first board today. Himal Lama of Nepal is playing Jose Daniel Jemi of Bolivia, 2400 international master. Himal looks all but lost in this game. They are still playing Rook A3 and Rook A7. Are they the next two moves? Not too sure in this game. This is not the game. So here we go. Rook H2 and Knight takes E4 check. Rook H2 was played here. Knight takes E4 check. Followed by King G2. Knight to G5. Bishop B7. Rook over to A5. No, sorry, it's not Rook A5, it's just A5, okay? Not Rook to A4. 42 A5 was followed by King G3, Rook to D4, and what next? Rook H5, F6, Bishop C6, Rook D3 check, King G4, Rook D2, King H5, B4. Wait a second, what's this? King H5, how is King H5 even possible here for white? Rook H5 was already played. Rook H5 was played already. King D2, Rook H1, 47 Rook H1. After Rook D2, Rook H1, Rook D4 check. King went over to H5. B4, King G6. And we reach, after 49 King G6, we have this position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pawns for black, 2 pawns for white. And in this position, to my eyes, this looks like a completely winning position for black. I don't see how white can do anything in this position here. This check is simply followed by this, maybe. And white has no reason to keep playing here, especially against 2400 IM. But he has every right to play. Let's see how this game turns out, especially with half an hour on both clocks. Okay, Bolivia might win this game, but they might still lose the match because Nepal isn't doing too badly in the other games. Time control has been made with Rook A7, and then thinking is white. White is still thinking in this position. Black is Nepal's Krishna Kayastha, who has a beautiful position here. This passed pawn, this bishop, they are the primary threats. This is also under attack. So all in all, this is a beautiful position, to say the least. Is this exactly the position? This is indeed the position. So here we go. Don't show me engine scores, please. So let's see what happens here. Rook a7. Any move here? Well, not yet. Let's go to the next game. The big thing. After rook d2, there is rook e1 check. After rook e1 check, king f2, rook a1, rook e2 check, king d6, and then king e3. So here we go. This is the position. And the third board and the fourth board here, the game between Paul Rosso and Rupesh Jaiswal after 43 moves. So c takes d6 is where we were. Rook e6 was played by white in this position. Black played knight c3 as I suggested earlier. Then we had rook takes d6, knight takes b5, rook e6 again, knight c7, rook to e5, and this position. Paul Rosso has less time on the clock, but this pawn could be dangerous. This pawn is an outside pass pawn for black too. This will come with an attack though. That is the main thing. Perhaps this will be the next move for black here. Apparently in this position. Maybe this move. I don't know what he will do, but that is the position. So let's wait and let's go back to the ladies games now. The women's Olympiad. The ladies are playing on board number 57 today. Multi-board. Belgium against Nepal. Nepal against Belgium. 2 losses already for Nepal here against Belgium. Let's start with the first board, which was probably lost already when I left it after queen b4 move number 33. Okay, they played up to move 60. A very, very long journey. It's already reached move 60, but rook a d1 a4. d1 a4 b4 bishop a4. Then we have rook c1 rook d4. Then rook c1 rook d4 rook takes d4 queen takes d4 queen d4. Oh, queen takes d4 queen takes d4 rook takes d4, and then king f2 rook takes f4. Takes f4. I don't know why she is still playing. King g3, rook e4. Okay, I don't think I need to look any further. Time has been made. White will probably lose very soon. And in the next game there, between Nepal's female superstar, I should say, in terms of chess, Nepal's WFM, Sujana Lohane, who is playing a player rated 400 points above her, When I last left them, they were at rook g2 on move 27. And what happened since then? Queen e4 was played by black. After queen e4, g6, h takes g6, rook g3. Rook g3 was played. King f7 was played after that. Rook takes g6, and she played king to e8 here, running away with the king, away from the danger. h4, king to d7, king g1, queen e3 check, king h1, queen takes f4, h5, knight c4, queen e2, queen e4, queen takes e4, f takes e4, queen takes e4, f takes e4, and then we had h6, knight e5, rook g7, rook f1. Five, rook g7, rook f1 check, f1 check, king h2 is followed by rook takes on a1, king g3, king g3 was played here for some reason, and then rook a3 check, king h4, rook went over to h8 here. The threat is perhaps of this followed by this, but I don't think this is any threat here. King h2, rook a1. What happened here? 41. Rook a3 check, king h4, rook h8, h7, followed by rook to a1 here. I don't think there's anything to worry here because this is going to be taken and the king cannot move further forward. If the king goes here, the rook simply comes here. But she played rook a1 anyway. After rook a1, what happened was king g3, rook h1, king g3, rook h1, and then rook h2, rook takes h2, rook h2, rook takes h2, king takes h2, king takes h2. What can this is? So I guess the king can come here and the knight can come here. Oh wait a second, the king can come, knight can go here, followed by here maybe. King can go back. Wait a second, where is it? King can go back, knight can go here and here, attacking this pawn. And if the pawn is one, look at these pawns. Black should be winning easily here. So Sujana Lohani will go to 50% again if she wins this game. The other two games are already lost, so let's see the two coffins. Mona Lisa Kambu played white against Baba. We were on move 24, so the game was resigned 10 moves later. Knight b6 on move 24 was the next move. Knight c5, d6, knight d3, knight d4, knight takes d4, rook takes d4, d2, queen takes d2, rook d8, queen c2, rook d4, rook d1, queen d8, queen takes d4, c5, knight d7, knight c4, queen e1 check, queen e1 check. What a bad move that was. Back rank weakness. In a decent position, I should say. This has been making a lot of one move blunders in this tournament. Maybe that's because she hasn't been paying much attention to chess these days. This is as bad as it gets. How can I make a move like this, not even seeing this move in an Olympiad? Okay, that's fine. Now let's move on to the next board. Okay, so Kambu lost there and also Khushbu lost her first ever game in an Olympiad. First ever game in an Olympiad lost by Khushbu Thapa today. What happened in this game? So here we go. Winning position. Right, whatever. So what is the move that we have here? Move bishop c8, 25 bishop c8 is where we were. We have bishop c8, rook d1. Rook d1 was played by white in that position, and then black played bishop b7. White then played rook e6. After that, rook on a went over to c8, and then we have bishop takes a5, bishop a8, bishop b6, a8, bishop b6, bishop b7, c5, bishop a8, a5, king f7, a5, king f7, rook e2, bishop b7, e2, bishop b7, and a rook d7, followed by bishop a8, a6, king back to f8, a7, king f7, rook ed2, king f8, king f8, and then bishop e2. And in this position, after 37 moves, Khushbu either lost on time or resigned in a hopeless position, I think. So that's this game. Nepal, I don't think board 1 can be overturned here in any way. So board 3 is Nepal's only hope. Sweden Lohani, who played very well in the last Olympiad for Nepal to get this title, is continuing with her good play this time. 45, king takes h2, king e6, as I suggested, I should say, and then king g3 was followed by king g3 is followed by king f6 there. That's even better than what I suggested. King g3, king f6, rook g8, rook takes h7, rook b8, followed by e6, defending that pawn. And with all these extra pieces and pawns, I don't think white has any difficulty in this game. Black has any difficulty in this game. This is a totally winning position. Sujan has already won and resignation has come here. How about the board game on board 1? Okay, that's also ended already. So Nepal lose 3-1 against Belgium. So let me write the results here. So here the result is 0-1. Okay, so Susan won this game. In this game I will not see all the moves because the result is 1-0. Not exactly 1-0-1, sorry, 0-1. Victory for Belgium. I don't want to look further than this, but the game finally was over after, let's say, 62 moves, when black has 4 pawns. Okay, I'll just show you this. In the final position, we had the white king here. All the white pieces were gone. The black king was on the same square where it is right now. No, the black king has reached this square. The black king was on this square and the pawns were on this square. Not this, sorry, on light squares, okay? This is where the black pawns were in the final position. The green are all the black things and this is the white. The white king is on the blue square, the black king is on this square and is on the red square. And the green squares are all black pawns. That is the position in which white resigned. No, I mean black resigned. White resigned, okay? So on the third board there's victory for black. So that's again 0-1. And in the fourth board result 0-1. 1-0, 1-0, 0-1-0-1-0, but in the fourth board that's 1-0. So victory. The only one to win with the white pieces today was Analyze Cavalier 1-0. So Belgium win the match 3-1. Let's go to the other side. The open section. Let's go to the open section now and see what's happening there in board 1. Not loading too quickly here. I'm still waiting for my boards to load. Just bomb. Open on just bomb if it's quicker. It's open here as well. So here France has beaten Vietnam and looks like Israel will beat Sweden here unless Sweden can win the first 2 boards. Vishnath Anand lost as the USA won against India. Wesley So lost his 100% record as he was held to a draw by Hari Krishna. Czech Republic, Iran is 1-all at the moment. Azerbaijan leading against England. China has beaten Croatia. Ukraine has beaten Argentina. Armenia and Greece are still playing in 3 boards. Russia, Poland is tied here. Kramnik lost today to Tom Zak. After Nepomniachtchi won Yakovenko against Kamil Dragov. So Yakovenko is playing with the white pieces, and only black can win this game. So Russia will not win against Poland. Spain winning against Serbia, Cuba, Moldova. None of the games have been decided yet. Lithuania 2.5 against Georgia. Venezuela, Brazil, it's 2-all. Romania 3-0 against Jordan already. Turkey leading 2.5 against Singapore. Peru 4-0 winners already against Scotland. Chile 1.5. So let's go quickly to Nepal versus Bolivia. Board number 56. Where is it? Okay, one game has ended in a draw. On board number 4. Okay, here we go. Let's look at board 1. This should be board 1 should be a victory for Peru, I think. 49 king g6 is where I left it. d5 was played after that by black. White played rook f1. Black played knight e4. White played king f7. Black played rook d2. Then we had 8x b4 followed by 8x b4 and then b3. Rook d3 for white on move 53. For black on move 53. White can, I think, safely resign this game. But Himal is still playing against the international master in this position. I don't know why he is playing on here. What is his hope here? I don't understand. Because this is a clear win already for black. But Nepal could still win this match. Nepal could still win this match here. Right, here we go. Okay, let's go to the next board now. Aguilar against Madan Krishna Kayastha. And we also want to look at it here. Last time I checked, we were on move number 40, rook a7, and he finally played bishop f6 in this position after a long think. After that, Madan Krishna quickly replied rook to d7, bringing the rook to the open file, trying to come here perhaps to d1 and take this if possible. After rook d7, king f2 was played, and after king f2, rook d2 check was given. Bishop e2 I think was the move. Rook on b to b2, king went to g3, and then a piece up if he wants it. Is there any counterplay? I don't think so. There is no counterplay whatsoever, especially this square is covered by the bishop, and so maybe the best black can do is take this pawn with the rook from here, but I don't see how white can save this game. It's a clear win for black here. Rook takes e2 was played, and so I don't think white is again down on time, only 48 seconds left, so he can abandon this game. Now Bibek Singh's game, this is the most important one. Paul will probably was messaged here in this game. Here we go. In this game, what is the score in this big things game? Last time I saw this game, 43 moves had been played by white. Rook e3 was the last move. Black played rook f1 in this position. Then white followed with b4, f1, b4, king e5 was black's move. White continued knight c5, and after bishop f5, it was white's move once again. This is the position we have on the board, and our Nepalese player is high rated in this board. He has more time on the clock left, and I think if he can win this game, Nepal can win this match. Okay, I have seen that one game has already ended in a draw. The game between Rupesh Jaiswal and his opponent. In that game, after 44 rook e5 was the position which we had seen last time. Knight b5, rook e6, knight to b5 was played by black, and then rook e6 is played by white here. So they are just going to draw by repetition, I guess. Here he's happy with the draw. In this position, so this game ended in a draw. Let's write down the result here. Result half. So Rupesh Jaiswal versus Rosa is already a draw. Board 1 I think should be over by now. Wait a second, 45 rook e6 is a draw. E6 was a draw, okay. Board number 3. Let's go to the game between, after we want to look at our game, Nepal against Bolivia. Nepal against Bolivia, it's half at the moment. Bibek Singh against Daniel Pinto. Move 45, bishop f5 was the last move. No moves have been made. Let's go to the game between Madan Krishna Kayastha and FM Lewis. This is the game where Madan Krishna Kayastha is ready for his first ever Olympiad victory. First ever win in the Olympiad. a5. 45 king f4 was played. Then bishop went to d5 after that, after which king g5 was followed by rook takes h2, and then a5. Don't know what white is playing for here, and he is now threatening checkmate with this move. And can white get out of this mating net? I don't think so. It is a resignable position. There is no way the king can be out of this mating net. So this should be victory. There's no time on white's clock either. However, this should be a victory for Nepal in this position. Let's look at the other board. The first board, this has already finished. Himal has already lost to the IM here. 53 rook d3 is where we were, and Himal resigned in that position. After 53 rook d3 without playing any further move. In exactly this position where it was a hopeless position, I was asking why Himal is playing on, but he has resigned. So it is 0-1 here. So Bibek is again the last person to keep playing for Nepal. because I think this game should also be over by now. Madan Krishna's game against Madan Krishna has also won because rook a4 was played, and instead of giving checkmate, Madan Krishna played the king. What is this? In this game, look at this. A strange thing happened. Rook a4 was played, and here instead of giving, oh, sorry, this is not mate, I'm so sorry. This is not exactly mate. This would be mate, but for that we have to defend this pawn. So that's exactly what he did here. Now this mate cannot be prevented. So resignation for white. Okay, in this position, what do we have here? This is the result. This Nepal winning again in this position. Alright, so it's 1.5 between so we have to look at the next game here. On board 3 has Vivek already won. King f. Let's look at this board. We have 45th move, 46, knight b3 for white. Then we have king f6, and then knight d4. So Vivek Singh is playing with the white pieces. Are there any messages? Here we are. So this is the position. Can Vivek convert this into a victory? This rook is offside, I can say, if I want to use a footballing term. This pawn is now under attack. I think black has to play this to defend. Maybe this is also possible, but this is also possible. So I don't know what to do here. Black could probably go here. Black has a lot of defending to do here in this game. King will perhaps go there, the rook will try to go up somewhere, I don't know what's going to happen here. But only white can win this. Only one game left. So here we go. What's gonna happen here? I'm tempted to look at the engine. What does Stockfish say about this game? Stockfish says plus 1.4, of course. Definitely rook c1 is suggested here, defending this. Knight takes f5 in that case. Into a rook ending. Playing for two results here. So Stockfish 9 thinks white is better, but don't want to look at it, okay, for too long at least. King f6, knight d4 has been played. We are still waiting for black's reply here. Black played bishop d7 there. So after bishop d7, I want to sneak peek and see what is better for white. King f4 is possible, rook f2 is possible. Many possible moves here. 23 minutes to 5 on the clock. So Vivek is leading on the clock as well. So Nepal might upset Bolivia, ranked 99th seed. So Nepal Sujana Lohani today beat a player rated 451 points higher than 61 points higher than her. $461. Her, isn't it? 461, right? 400 and 1961 higher than her. It's 3-1. So what next here? Has Bibek made a move yet? Bibek has made a move. Bishop d7, knight b3. Big plays knight to b3. What is his plan here? Does he want to go to this square? I don't know. But Bibek should win this slowly and steadily. In this position. So the rook trying to go here perhaps would fall to this. Can black hope to draw this game somehow? I don't think so. If you look at the engine, it suggests king e5, knight c5, bishop f5, and so on. Active rook, the rook is on the 8th rank but not doing too much. Okay, here we go. A move has been made. Rook b3, rook d1. Knight b3, rook d1 has been played here. From d1, none of these squares are available. Let's see some of the results in the women's section today. China against Uzbekistan. China leading 2.5. Armenia, Italy. Armenia leading. Not too sure. China. There's a message here. Send photo. So we have king f4, king for g6, followed by the move g6 here. Turn off the engine, okay, because it just slows down everything. a4 has already been played by white here. Board geometry, board size is as small as it can be. This is the smallest possible size of the board, okay? What else? 2 minutes on the clock for black here, 20 minutes for white on the clock. The bishop is not that good either, so that especially makes things better for white. The king is pretty active, pawn structure is pretty good as well for white. Black's pawn structure is not as good as white's, I should say. There are more pawn islands, a bad bishop. This should be an easy win for white, I think. But still, it's not over until it's over. Yesterday it was a drawn position. Okay, rook d1 has been played now. I think he will quickly play the knight to somewhere. A few messages on chat here. What is she saying? It's not on the chess channel, but it's in the family channel. Rook b1. Where will Bebek take his knight? Has to move the knight somewhere. This is under attack. Can't push the pawn yet for a while, so maybe going to this square is best. I think rook stays there. This may come, just take it. This may be taken after that though. After this, maybe he can go. The rook will not go here until the rook comes here. Okay. This is also going to be under attack. Perhaps it's going to come here. Maybe we can try this. Then there will be an opportunity for this as well. So let's see what happens. I think he has to go to this square here. Vivek is still thinking. 2 minutes. Alright, let's see. Okay, let's do this. Chess bomb will show us Vivek's game, and then here we'll see the standings. Okay, in the Batumi Olympiad, and then we have, let's say, on board number Bolivia against Nepal. Where is Bolivia against Nepal? Here we go. This game. Victory against Bolivia is not too far away now. Knight d2 could also be played here actually, if you don't want to go too far forward. Knight d4 or knight d2 or even knight c5, everything is good here. All three moves look pretty good in this position. We are still waiting for white's move though. White is ahead on the clock as well by about 16 minutes now. So let me quickly read the results in the Olympiad standings. Now look at the pairings on the standings. Standings here we have 8 points for France, China, Poland, Azerbaijan, USA, Czech Republic and Ukraine. So here we look at the fourth round pairings. Victory for France over Vietnam, victory for Israel is leading against Sweden, USA won against India, Czech Republic won against Iran, Azerbaijan won against England, China beat Croatia 3.5-half. Armenia 2-1 winners, 2-1 leaders against Greece. On board number 4, white is not really better. White still needs to hold that. Ukraine beat Argentina 2.5-half. Poland beat Russia 2.5-half. So Russia set back there against Poland. Hungary Germany was a 2-all draw there. Spain leading already beating Serbia 2.5-half. Cuba Moldova is 50-half at the moment. Lithuania 3-1 winners against Georgia. Brazil Venezuela was a 2-all draw. Peru 4-0 winners against Scotland. We have Chile leading, already won the game 2.5-half against Portugal. Iceland lose to Norway 4-0. That's a surprise, I should say. Norway beating Iceland 4-0. That's unbelievable there. Bosnia-Herzegovina 3-0 leaders against Zambia. Switzerland 2-1 leaders against Slovenia. Egypt 2.5 against Latvia. Egypt already won against Latvia. Georgia 2 are leading against Australia. Netherlands 4-0 winners today against Tajikistan. Anishkiri won yet again. Belarus 1-0 winners, 1-1 against Kazakhstan at the moment. Georgia 3 beating Morocco 3-1. Philippines, Estonia, none of the games are finished yet. Macedonia 2.5 winners against Uruguay. Indonesia leading 2-1. Australia 3.5. Austria 2.5 winners against Japan. Bangladesh 1.5 leaders against Algeria. Montenegro, Luxembourg 1.5. Slovakia 2-1 winners against leaders against Iraq. So let's go back and see if the big thing has made a move. After rook b1, knight d4 was played and then a5 was played. Knight d4, a5, and it's Bibek's turn. You can play b takes a5 or even b5. B takes a5, and this pawn is just threatening to promote quite easily. Not that easily, but let's say it's a definite threat here, isn't it? Let's see what Bibek plays. He's still thinking. Has all the time in the world. And b5 are both good. Where should he go here? Attacked once, twice, thrice, defended only twice. So it might be better to just take it here. I would just take this. We can try to defend it from here after that. But the rook will take the open file as well. And then go here, even go here. Okay. So see what happens. I'm also going to threaten to go here and then use this pin, but Bibek still hasn't made his move. b5 has been played by Bibek finally. He played this way. So perhaps he will take this, and this is a possibility in some lines, I don't know. I think I would have played this way, but Bibek has decided to play that way. c5 is also a possibility here. Okay, so I will stop streaming for now. You can watch the game and we'll be back later.